Woo! Today we've got a little piece of next generation action thanks to a rather famous developer. Let's get into it. What is going on, guys? Dealer back again with yet another video. Feels good to be back. Let me know how you guys are doing down below as we get into today's subject. Next generation fidelity. Yes, the way games look. How will they look? And how could they possibly look much better? Well, there's plenty of ways, and it's one of those things where you just don't know how it's possible or how it's going to improve until you see it, aside from the obvious. And one developer has a very jarring piece of insight. Again, thanks for joining me. Hit that like button if you end up liking the video. Maybe show a buddy, subscribe, that would help. Links down below to all the source material. Let's get into it. DualShockers. The article says, thanks to new technology that's been added into Unreal Engine 4, we can now get a glimpse of some of the graphics we can expect on PS5 and Xbox Series X. And of course, this comes to us thanks to a developer. The article continues and says, with the PS5 and Xbox Series X around the corner, what can gamers expect in terms of graphics? Well, according to The Last of Us and Assassin's Creed Animator, quite a lot. Now, just so you know, The Last of Us 2 just got accused of cheating on their animations a year or so back by the Shadow of the Tomb Raider team. They were so good that they didn't believe they were real. And it says, according to The Last of Us and Assassin's Creed Animator, quite a lot can be expected out of these next-gen graphics. It says, highlighting some recent developments in Unreal Engine 4, ray tracing may actually take a backseat to this new real-time physics simulation. This amazing real-time physics capability of Unreal Engine 4 after this most recent update. In this particular demonstration, a real-time hair physics simulation. Remember, this stuff can be applied to a lot of different things, not just hair. It says, earlier this week, Jonathan Cooper, the animator we spoke about before, highlighted some amazing new features coming to graphics engines for next generation consoles. And he actually attaches a demonstration, a small file of the technology in action, with a little joke saying, everyone's focused on ray tracing, but I just want next gen to twirl my hair. Some of you may be able to relate. And here is a demonstration of that. Keep in mind, this is low quality. This is actually a GIF file, extremely low bitrate, but hopefully you can still see what I'm seeing here, even with these janky animations, low frame rate, and low bitrate. I've captured it as high a quality as I can. And one thing is obvious, I have never seen hair that looks this good. Now, what makes this even more insane to me is the fact that the bitrate is so low on this that it still looks this good. It's going to look ridiculous in 4K at higher frame rates, not to mention with HDR. Trust me, these are insane visuals on the screen, just not represented well. Keep in mind, this is running in Unreal Engine 4. It is at an engine level, and you know what that says. That says next-gen consoles have a ton of CPU horsepower, perhaps some kind of tensor core acceleration, perhaps maybe they're multifunction, and they can accelerate something like this physics system. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Pay close attention in the detail of the hair, the way that it reacts, the weight of it. This is just hair. This can be applied to cloth, it can be applied to smoke, it can be applied to all kinds of stuff. Fog? The article says, if not for the black background and the plastic face, you'd be hard-pressed to tell this wasn't an actual woman, and maybe in motion, hey, they might have a point. Keep in mind that as time goes on, this technology will only become more optimized, etc. But as of right now, this animator, quite a good one by the way, is excited for something like this on next generation consoles. Very high fidelity physics. I cannot wait to see what they do with this. And keep in mind, this is also just Unreal Engine 4. We know Slipspace has an advanced physics system as well. Who else will come to the party? And I'm really curious about how they will accelerate those. Will it be on the CPU, or will they find a way to do it on the GPU? That would be pretty cool as well. Something else that I forgot to mention, this can be applied to water. And if you've ever seen water or molten rock or any kind of liquid using a physics type system, it's actually really crazy. Destruction, all this stuff, man, all of it. To cap the article off, Cooper said that these technologies would come into play on the next generation of consoles, and that would help put rest to concerns that we are just going to hit another graphical or realism barrier. And with the PS5 and Xbox Series X premieres coming soon, hopefully we'll get some more information there. Interestingly enough, we didn't get a PS5 reveal, at least anytime in February. I don't think that's gonna happen now. I actually tweeted that out quite a while before anybody was saying that that wouldn't happen in February. And you know what? I'm hoping for the best. Sony need to show some stuff. Microsoft are ready to show some stuff. I know that for a fact. They are excited to show their stuff. Let me know if you guys are excited as well, and what you think about this technology, how it can be applied, etc. Hit that like button if you learned something here today or enjoyed the video. Maybe show this to a buddy or two. Very, very interesting stuff here. If you're a big fan of physics, it can impact games in multiple ways. Maybe subscribe, hit that bell button if you haven't, and of course, thank you so much for what you do. Links down below, including the source, patron, and more. Shout out to all the patrons. Game giveaway coming soon. I'm Dealer. I'm out.